Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we finally caught a break in the weather. It's nice and sunny outside and about half warm, so that means one thing: it's time to get the fall garlic planted. We're a little late getting in. Not going to be a problem though. We got a long growing season here in East Tennessee, but if you hang around till after the break, we'll show you how we get it planted. Alrighty guys, like I was saying, we finally caught a break in the weather and we're going to get out here and plant this fall garlic. Now we're a little bit late. That's not a problem here in East Tennessee. We've got a long growing season. So we're going to get out here, get this stuff planted. Now there are two different types of garlic. There's hardneck garlic and softneck garlic. If you follow the channel for a while, you'll know, you've probably seen our harvesting videos and stuff, but you'll know that we grew both. But this year we're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to focus primarily on the hardneck garlic. I'm going to explain the difference between the two here in just a minute. We'll get some out and take a look at it. But we're going to get back here. We're going to get this garlic planted. And I'll just kind of explain things the rest of the way as we go. So let's get into that footage. We'll get out in the garden, plant some garlic. Alrighty guys, we're up here on the porch. And if you follow the channel along, you'll notice something is missing. From all the way down there at the pallet, back here to the flowers, was entirely covered in garlic from our garlic harvest this year. But it has been sitting out here curing, and we are getting ready to plant garlic, so we've got it all busted up. Now, we've made some decisions in our garlic planting this year. We're only going to be planting our hardneck garlic. Tina has already taken our softneck garlic in the house, but if you're not familiar with the two types of garlic, I'm going to bring you in here close and I'll show you the difference. Alrighty guys, we'll run over the two types of garlic that there are, just for anybody that didn't know. The first we'll talk about is a hardneck garlic, and they are the cloves that you see here in the basket. They're pretty good sized cloves. But the hardneck garlics form in a single ring around this hard neck. That hard neck grows up, and then it grows a scape on it. Now I'll let you research garlic scapes, but they're a seed pod that forms on top of the garlic, and if you cut them when they're young and tender, they're really good to eat. But hardneck garlics form, you know, right around the center. They 6 to 8 cloves, some less, some more, but large cloves. They're really good sized cloves, and like I said, normally they're grown up in the north. They are more cold tolerant than a softneck garlic. They have a slightly milder flavor, and they don't keep as long. That's one of their disadvantages, though they will keep long enough for you to store them and plant them out for the next year. It's about right on the border, but they will keep until planting of the next year. Now, like I said, the hardneck garlic is what we're going to be growing, but there's another type, and it's called a softneck garlic. This is a softneck garlic I stole from Tina, but I'll show you. It forms in smaller, flatter cloves, and they form kind of like the petals on a flower. They start in the center. The small cloves are not really good for planting. What we do is if we were planting softnecks this year, we would plant these larger outside cloves, probably just the ones that I have uncovered. But there in the center, there's probably 12 more even smaller. They just get tinier and tinier and open up like the petals on a flower. But I'll kind of show you the difference in clove size. We'll go ahead and peel some of these off the outside here. Let's we'll take these 5 cloves off of here, and I'll show them to you. But this is 5 softneck garlic cloves. They're a little bit smaller. You can see by them laying in my hand. And let's see if I can do this. I will show you in comparison to 5 larger hardneck cloves. So Tina and I have plenty of these softnecks. We pickle them and put them up. We probably got 50 jars of pickled garlic already put up. So we don't have much use for the softneck garlic this year. So we'll be planting these larger cloves when we get back there to the garden, and we'll talk about them a little more there. Now, if you are planting softnecks, I can tell you that they have a brighter flavor, a stronger, sharper flavor than the hardnecks. They will store longer for you, and they're a real nice garlic overall. They're just not something that we're going to work with here. We have in the past, and we enjoy them, but we're going to try to switch over. Our hardneck garlic is a combination, or was a combination of California white and music. Those two types of hardnecks. But we've made a trade with a friend, and now we have some of the Mexican white. But we're going to go ahead and get these in the garden, and we'll take you out there and show you how we do it. Alrighty guys, we're out here at the raised bed garden now, and we've got the 2 boxes that we're going to be planting in garlic. Now, we amended the soil in these boxes previously, and I'll put up a link to that video. I'll probably put a link up here more towards the end. But guys, the next step we're going to do is we're going to go through these boxes, and we've got our handy dandy rake out here. We'll go through the boxes, and we're just going to put dents in the top of the soil, or we're going to dibble it. So we'll put dents in the top of the soil to get our spacing the way we want it. I'll go ahead and get that done, and then I'll bring you back and give you an idea what that looks like. Alrighty guys, I'll bring you back in and give you a look. We've got our holes dibbled in. They are in about a 5-inch by 5-inch grid, and they go all the way down both boxes. Now, these boxes are just over 3 feet wide and about 10 feet long. And in there, if I counted and did the math right, we should be able to plant about 300 heads of garlic. So we're going to get on this. We'll get this garlic planted. What you do is you put the garlic pointy side up. All the cloves will have a point. Put the pointy side up. Put the point 1 inch below the surface of the ground, and then dust them back over with soil. So that's the step we're going to do now. We'll go ahead and get our garlic in here to the right depths now that we have the holes marked, and we'll get them covered up, and I'll bring you back and tell you what we do after that. Alrighty guys, we've got all of our garlic in the holes now. To get you overhead so you can see a few of them down in there. But we planted them in a 5-inch grid, and it didn't work out. Guys, we have way too many garlic. So we've got this bed here that's in a 5-inch grid, and we got half of this bed here that's in a 5-inch grid. But if you can picture the number 5 on a dice, we had to go to the next bed the rest of the way down the bed by putting one in the center of the 4-inch grid, or the 5-inch grid. So this end of the bed is double planted. We filled in, you'll see it's a lot denser than the other one. And we'll skip over here, run around the barbecue grill. We had to put in an entire 3rd bed, and it is double planted. So if we're going to make videos about garlic super soil, we're going to have to put our money where our mouth is. So we're going to double plant it. It's right on the edge of being too crowded, but I think we'll get away with it. It's just going to depend on how nutrient dense the soil is. So we're going to give it a try, and you guys will be around for the results next summer. So we got a 1.5 beds planted on a 5-inch square and a 1.5 beds double planted. But we're going to get these covered up. I'll bring you back and we'll show you what we do next. Alrighty guys, we've got our garlic covered up, and Tina is just starting to get the straw laid down on top of them. But Tina likes to handle the straw. I'm allergic to some of the molds in it. But she'll go ahead, we'll get this covered down. We'll put about 4 to 6 inches of a really loose straw. When garlic comes up, say hi everybody, T. When garlic comes up, it comes up with like needles, like the points you see on onions. But those little needles don't have any trouble poking right through the straw, where weeds will have a lot of trouble with it. So the straw helps for several reasons. One of it is weeds. Another is to help hold moisture in the bed. It also keeps the rain from leaching all of our nutrients too deep in the soil for the garlic to reach. And as the straw breaks down, it'll also help feed the soil too. It's got a lot of good carbons and stuff in it. It's what they call a brown in the compost, but it's got lots of good carbons to it. But it'll help feed the straw as it breaks down. So, guys, we'll come back out here when we got a little bit of growth on them. We'll probably update this bed yet this year. But if you see, we're going to see some growth, that I can guarantee you. But if you see growth on your garlic in the fall, that's not a problem. And even if you see a little frost damage on that new growth, then that's not a problem either. The garlic will still come back in the spring. Those outside layers will just turn into skins on the garlic, and the ones that were damaged, and the inner ones will come up and become the centers that form the cloves. But guys, we're going to go ahead, we'll finish getting this covered up, and I'll bring you back to show you what it looks like when it's done. Alrighty guys, we've got all 3 beds covered down, and the last step we're going to have to do is just hit it with the hose, knock it down a little bit, and guys, that'll help keep your straw from blowing away. Now if you happen to have a little grass clippings, you can put those on top too. You've probably seen us do that in the past. But a good watering will help lock the straw together and keep it there through the wind. So that's about going to wrap it up for the garlic planting. I'm going to get back up here on the porch. We'll talk to you a little bit about it. But otherwise, these beds are nested in and they are ready to go until May or June of next year. When it comes around time to harvest, we'll bring you back for that for sure. So let's get out of here. We'll get up on the porch. We'll wish you guys well. Alrighty guys, you saw it. We put about 600 heads of garlic in 90 square feet. But about half of it is regular planted on a 5-inch grid. The other half is double planted and is going to put our super soil to the test. Now, I'm a strong believer in put your money where your mouth is, so I'm going to say I think the super soil can do it. So guys, we appreciate you coming by the channel. If you are not subscribed, I hope you'll subscribe. Down next to the subscribe button is a bell. If you hit that bell, that'll send you a notification whenever we release new videos. And we're going to have a garlic update coming up, so hitting that bell is a great way to keep up with the channel. But if you like the content here on the channel, we hope you'll give the video a thumbs up. And leave us a comment down below before you run off. I'm going to put a link up here in the corner for that super soil video. But if you would, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment before you run off. That helps the video and helps us too. So guys, we really appreciate you spending your time with us here and coming out, learning a little bit about garlic and getting some garlic in the ground. If you guys are planting garlic this time of the year, then we wish you guys well too. If you have any questions about planting garlic or growing garlic or curing garlic, any kind of questions like that, just throw them down there in the comments and we'll try to get to them. We've got a pretty good track record of responding to our comments. So guys, if you've got any questions at all, please leave them down there or let us know what you think of the garlic planting for this year. So we've really enjoyed having you guys come by the channel. We hope you'll subscribe and come back and visit with us again. Guys, we'll catch you in the next one.